Hey guys. Okay, so I started decorating just a little bit, only because today's going to be like one of those kind of days. I'm waiting for a certain phone call from a certain bug guy who needs to kill certain bugs because they're driving me bonkers. And I don't know when he's going to call. Hubby just left for work, so I'm on a roll. I really love these Disney-themed cards, but they're just not working for me, man. They're not working. Okay, none of those. And I probably should have picked out these cards before I even got started, but you know, it is what it is. So what are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? I've been watching a lot of journaling videos again. I really want to do another art journal page. I really know that my confidence level is just not there, which is the reason why I've kind of hesitated. So I've been watching a lot of the journaling by fives that Miss Shannon Green does, and looking at how, you know, just slap it on. Just slap it down. Slap it down, don't think about it. And then when it's all slapped down, then worry about making it look pretty. It's kind of what I'm getting out of it. I don't know if I could ever do the journaling by fives. I get too nervous doing a project life layout knowing that I'm being timed. And I'm not even really being timed. It's not like I'm up against a clock. Which is the reason why I know that if I had to be up against a clock, it probably wouldn't turn out so well. It would not end well. Okay, nothing there. I'm looking for background type cards, like these guys. Background cards. Oh, just kidding, I'm losing them all. Trying to see what colors I've got going on. Which it's kind of a reddish brown theme. I don't really like the reddish brown theme. Oh, it takes up too much space. Little Moments, Big Memories. That looks good under Fillmore's. Yep, something like that. That looks cute. Okay. Good with that. Love the polka dots. Put the polka dots under Oswald's. Alright. Okay. And I keep my journaling cards in these, oh, just kidding, iris containers. As I try to throw them all over the place. That was nice of me, wasn't it? Kind of like this one. This kind of looks like a little road here. Kind of liking that. Okay. Alright. See, this is what I was doing the other day. It wasn't taking me so long. I wasn't overthinking everything. And I kind of like the crazy arrows for the hippie guy. Well, you can't really see him. That's okay. It's all good. Double check in here. Which I should stop doing that, because that's what takes so long. Oh boy, my hands are already cramping up. Cannot hold this many cards. Although that flower one would look kind of cute with the hippie one too. Nope, nope, nope. Stick with what I got. No, I really like the hippie one. Nope, sticking with what I got. Okay. I think my mother is beating herself downstairs. I hear something thumping. Don't know what that is. Does anybody else do that? Where, like, you get a pain in your shoulder, you, like, try to massage it out yourself? My mom grabs, like, a softball and, like, punches it into her shoulder. She's bizarre. I love her, but she's bizarre. Or maybe I'll stick it down here with the little arrows. No, I don't like that. How do I get some more of these arrows to show? Could always do that. Kind of liking that. Works for me. Ah, ATG gun. Disappeared. For a split second. Okay. And this was on the way out, and we saw Oswald's. Which is so funny, because to look at it, I thought it was part of the cars, but I guess it's not. I thought it was, though. Oh, I think my mom's up here taking a shower. I get it. I have to trim that down just a hair. Just trim the, oh, they do stick off just a wee bit. Okay. Okay. Who knew? So, I'm thinking I quite honestly don't have a lot of these Disney photos left. But, I did get an email from the lovely Walgreens that they're doing 9-cent photos if you print over 100. So I talked to hubby about possibly, because I've been wanting to do this for a long time, we've just never done it, taking the photos off our phone. I want to scrapbook them. They're cute to look at in my phone, and I need an immediate, oh, isn't it so cute type of thing, but I would really like to scrapbook them. I have a feeling hubby might come home with boxes and boxes and boxes of pictures soon. Oh, I already trimmed that one. Just kidding. Oh, what's been going on with me? It's been pretty quiet. It was a really quiet weekend. It was nice. It was hubby's last couple of days before he has to go back to work. She did not seem too excited about that. I don't know why, but this just screams dash lines. Needs some dash lines. We were at Disneyland. We went to the Luigi's little ride, and it's like cars that are facing each other, and then they dance around. It's really kind of fun. It's a little jerky. I'm going to bring you guys down a little bit. That way you guys can, I feel like you're so up here. But yeah, it was a little jerky, but it was still really, really fun. Okay, and I'm going to put this guy over here. Because he's the one who always makes fun of the hippie dude. I can't remember anyone's name. Like, I know Mater, and I know McQueen. Everyone else, not so much. Okay, this one, I don't want to put any stickers on. I think that's it for these car stickers. I think I'll put mood springs on here. My phone downstairs has been ringing off the hook. I don't know why. But it's driving me crazy. And it makes me want to answer the phone and just scream what really loud and then hang up randomly. They're calling me randomly. I want to answer randomly. Is that bad? It's really bad that I want to do that sometimes. Okay, now I'm just sticking down stickers to stick them down because I feel like they just belong somewhere. Somewhere. I feel like because this is a road, these look like little street signs on the side. And I think Showgirl actually belongs to Sally. I think. I could be wrong, but it's going up there anyway. I did add a few stickers and a little bit of washi tape. I did some journaling here. I added a couple of the car stickers because I forgot I had them. Found out his name was Luigi, which totally makes sense. I thought Luigi was the little green guy who, the forklift guy. This is Luigi. Sally. So, that's all I did on the other side. I didn't really do too much. And Fillmore's. We were at, oh, my cap is loose. When we were visiting Cars Land, Fillmore's, it's like a hippie 70s type thing. So we were teasing Alyssa, because Alyssa, I swear she was born in 2002, but I swear she was reincarnated from the 70s because she's such a little hippie. Love her to pieces, but she's a hippie, and she knows it. She's well aware. She likes everything psychedelic and tie-dye. Not that any of that's bad stuff. I just think it's really cute. Although I'm kind of glad she grew out of the hippie clothing phase. She wanted dangles everywhere and kills me. Just kills me. And it's so funny because I don't know of anyone else other than her that was into that sort of stuff. So it's not like it was something that she learned and it was passed down, or I have one more little M sticker. I really want to put that down somewhere so I can be done with it. I might just have to stick it down somewhere so I can be done with it. And if I do that, I want to balance this out up here. Stick that there. Okay, I'm good with that. I love these because it's like perfect. Can you guys even see it? Shaker card size. It's awesome. Okay, and here's where I always get confused. This part goes under here, and over this way. Okay. Done with that card. How am I feeling about the rest of them? Oh, don't lose the acetate piece. Stick right over there. let's do some, what do I want to do? Oh, I added sequins on the other side too. Okay, you need to move out of my way, sir. Just move. Let's do some lovey-dovey hearts on this one. I'm so proud of me. I've been using a lot of my close to my heart embellishments, which has been really nice because I'm finally using them instead of hoarding them. Hoarding is bad. There's some of my sparkly blue enamel dots here. And throw some down some. I am also really proud of the fact that this is all. Can you guys even see that? That guy. I have 4 there. I have 4 there. You guys can't see that. Let's try this. So those guys there. Those there. Those there. And these little guys here. Left from my Magicals kit. Magical sequins. So yeah, I'm really proud of that. Okay, and I have 1 lonely sequin on that one. I feel like because Luigi's yellow, I want to use yellow over here. And perhaps on the hippie page we'll use a little bit of each. Oh, sticky didn't come off of that. Sometimes you gotta get your nail under there. Okay. So still have these 2. Just great. Used up all the other 2. So save those for acetate pieces. Shaker cards, that's awesome. And I need to get to working on these shaker cards that I keep talking about. I don't know if I want to add any journaling to this one. Because we really wanted to go inside, but we didn't. We kind of ran out of time. We were getting rushed out the door. Oh my goodness, my dogs are going bonkers. They're going bonkers. They're probably barking at a leaf. I've met my pups. I'm just glad to hear them barking. Because that means they're still back there. Which is a good thing. I'm also wondering if the bug guy is here and he's trying to get into my back door, not realizing that there's a lock on it now. We think, possibility, that they came and sprayed and didn't lock our door last time. But we don't know for sure. Okay, done with that page. 18 minutes. What? I'm so proud of me. Okay, let's add this too. Oh my goodness. A big book. Oh goodness. Okay, it's gotten to the point now where if I just add it from the back, it's easier. Oh, I guess I can show you these since we have time now. Alright, I have to move stuff though. Okay, just chill on the pens, don't move. So this is one we just did. Oh, if I were only in frame. Oh, no, don't be losing stuff. Okay, close to my heart goodies over there. Okay. Yeah, this is showing the right way. Just checking. Okay, this is the one that we just did. This is the one where we were at California Adventures, and we had just walked into Cars Land. This was the Ferris wheel over by Screamin'. Hollywood Tower, which, from what I understand, they're tearing it down, and they're replacing it with Guardians of the Galaxy or something. I don't know for sure. And then this I thought was Main Street, but that apparently is not Main Street. Hubby said that this is part of California Adventure. Just kidding. Apparently we took pictures by this back wall. I don't know. So let me scoot this over. And we wanted to go on the park. Oh, that was so nice of me. I just threw all my washi tape everywhere. Good job. Pat myself on the back for that one. Okay, anywho. We wanted to ride the Cars ride. And we had to do a fast pass, and it was like a 45-minute wait. So while we were waiting, we decided to take the kids over to It's a Bug's Life. And they rode on the little, I don't know, I call them hot air balloons, but they're not hot air balloons. They're made out of leaves and like walnut shells or whatever, and they're just these cute little baskets. So the kids rode around in that one. They didn't find it so thrilling after all the other rides that they had been on. And they had a ton of fun playing the bumper cars, except for when Brianna and Jonah got into an argument, because apparently Brianna told Jonah he wasn't allowed to bump anyone because it could hurt somebody, and then she turned around and hit him, and it made him really mad. Because my son, if you want to talk about the ultimate competitor, that is my son. Whether it's in a game of Uno, or a game of football, or in bumper cars, or eating. Like, he has to be the first, the number one at everything. Like, he's an extreme competitor, even when nobody else is competing. Mom, I buckled my seat first. I'm the first one with my seatbelt buckled. I'm like, okay, dude. Nobody was racing you, though. I'm glad you won. Because I want to be supportive. I want him to keep that competitive attitude because he wants to get into sports badly, but I also want him to learn good sportsmanship and, you know, to understand that it's okay to not always be first. So it's kind of hard. We're going through that tug of war right now. So this is when the kids met with the Green Army men. Now, when I tell you guys that I did 11 pages, a lot of them were not embellished. Like this one just has a journaling card. This one just has a journaling card. I didn't have any stickers or embellishments that I really wanted to go with it. This one here is the kids meeting the Incredibles, the cast, and it was Mr. and Mrs. Incredible and then Frozone. And it's so funny because when the movie first came out, my boss at the time, Tom, who I highly doubt watches my videos, but if he is, love you, boss. I came flying into the store after watching this movie with my two little cousins and told him that Disney Pixar stole his identity because it looks just like him. It's so funny. I was like, I found you in cartoon form. He's like, it's not funny. Shut up. It's not funny. Because he's not a bodybuilder, but he's a dedicated, extremely dedicated gym member. Like, he goes every day religiously, regardless of what the plans are. He is going to be late to his own funeral. He has been late to every birthday party we've ever gone to for him. He's just that type of guy, and I love him to pieces. But yeah, when we saw this movie, and every year I would ask him, if I buy you the Mr. Incredible's uniform, would you wear it? And he would tell me no. I'm like, but you don't need any of the stuffing. Because he would get so mad because all the packages have stuffing where the muscles are supposed to be, and he doesn't need that. It's so funny. So I made little comments about how when I teased Tom, and how he threatened to fire me because I was teasing him about it. But the kids had so much fun. And I was so excited because the cast stayed around and they hung around for like 5, almost 10 minutes just chit-chatting with the kids. It was really early in the morning. There was really nobody else around. So they just hung around and started talking to the kids, and they just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And there's one picture here. I have to find it. There's one picture that I really want to send to my buddy Tom. This one right here. You guys can't see his little face, but he is looking up. And Mr. Incredible is, like, got his head cocked sideways, and he's looking back at Jonah, and Jonah's looking at me like, is that Tom under there? It was so funny. Okay, so going back to this one. This was DCA entrance. We had to wait because my husband would go pick up my sister-in-law from her apartment and bring her in so we could get better parking or whatever, and employee parking. And so his mom and I would go get our little scooters and then sit and wait. And while we were waiting, we took a couple of pictures. This was the one ride that I just knew there was no way I was going to be able to sit on that because of the way my back is. And Scarlett was so excited that she was tall enough to go on this Hollywood Tower Hotel ride. And when she came out, she was pale as all could be and comes up to me and goes, "Mommy, I didn't like that one. It made my tummy feel weird." So I was proud of her though. She wrote it. She can call it off her bucket list. And now she doesn't even have to worry about it because it's supposedly not going to exist anymore. And then this is that wall that I was telling you guys about that the kids took a picture in front of back there by cars. It's a painted wall. And to look at it in the picture, it just looks like it keeps going, but it doesn't. And then this one here, I wanted to keep the word magic. I took a 12 by 12 sheet and I just cut it 6, 6, and then stuck the whole sheet in. That way I got the whole sheet for this type of page and this one here. And then with this one here, I did the little trimming on the side over here, and I tucked the photos behind it so I could keep the picture wheel in there. And then, oh, this is a lot of flipping back and forth. Okay, over here. I'm going backwards, I'm sorry. This one here is when Jonah is doing the Iron Man, I don't know what it is, like a simulation thing where you stand in front of this screen and it looks like you are getting Iron Man's armor put on you, and then you get to fly around as Iron Man, and they, he trains you how to shoot at targets and things like that. So Jonah had such a blast doing that because it was like the first real thing he saw that didn't have to do with princesses when we were over at Disneyland. So he was super excited. So he got to be Iron Man for a minute, and I actually used some of my overlays. I was really proud of myself because I don't know how, I couldn't figure out where and how I was going to use them. So I used some Tim Holtz rub-ons, and those things are a pain in the tucket, so I don't know if anybody else knows that, or if I'm just the only one who has a problem with it. But I used some more rub-ons here. I used a close to my heart paper clip here, not paper clip, but a plastic clip thingy, couple of wooden stars for my stash. Tons of sequins because I didn't know how else to embellish these pages for him. So I put a lot of I just wanted it to look like I was throwing confetti at him, is basically what I was aiming for. I think it worked. So, and then here's where Jonah was getting the armor put on. So you see him standing there all by himself, and then over here it looks like the armor is coming onto him, and then the mask is coming at his face, and then he's all covered up. I used some more wood pieces, the magical pieces, used some of those. I used a tag, or a label from it, and then my buddy Kimmy sent me a really cute Project Life pack, and I used a lot of the embellishments from there too. And then here's little Miss Scarlett. She's no shame. I love her to pieces. She so does not care what anybody thinks about her. She just wants to have fun in life, and I'm really hoping that I can help encourage her to keep that kind of attitude, because I don't want her worried about what everybody else thinks. I want her to just go out and have fun and just enjoy life. She needs to know where her priorities are, but at the same time, she has to have fun with it. So this is her jumping around all over the place to where, like, almost every picture of her is blurred because she moves so quick. This was her flying, and I kept pictures of the screen in there because if you look at her body pose and then look at the little picture, you can see Iron Man posing in the same way, and she just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And then here's where she got started, where she got her little, where she's standing there by herself, and they, pretend like she's Iron Man, and then they put on her armor, and then she was all strutting her stuff over here. It was so cute. And then over here, the kids were waiting in the line to get into the Iron Man thing, and hubby took a lot of real close-up funny photos. It's just funny. Look at Jonah. He's so excited. So excited he can hardly stand it. He doesn't even want to smile. Cracks me up. And then over here, we were just walking around, and hubby was snapping some photos. The artwork on the wall is just amazing. First off, the entire back wall looks like a huge comic. And then there are these paintings. I don't know if they're paintings or if they are just prints. They look like they're on canvas. I don't know. But like, I wanted to buy them all, and I didn't even know who was all in it. But I wanted to buy them all because they just look so cool. And then Iron Man's different type of gear, and then Ant-Man's armor and weapons. Which I haven't seen that movie yet. I don't know if my kids have either. This is when they got to meet Thor. My girls were starstruck. They just kept staring and drooling. They're so funny. And here's where they got to meet Spider-Man. Spider-Man not so cute because you can't see his face, so the girls didn't really drool over him. Unless I got a high five, though. It was pretty cool. And then here is Ant-Man's costume, or uniform, or whatever you want to call it. Here's the headquarters. And again, another picture, because I just loved the artwork. And this photo cracks me up, because you can see everything else perfectly. Even the lady in the back standing there perfectly. And Jonah is, I don't know what happened, but the flash must have hit him just right, because he looks like he's glowing standing in front of Iron Man. So I thought that was really cute, and I had to keep that one in there. Even though you can't hardly tell it's him, I had to keep it in there. And we got up to 1, 2, 3, so I'll show you the next 2, 3 pages. Here's Scarlet in her favorite genre. She's with Tinkerbell. She's at Tinkerbell's door, and Jonah and Scarlet are sitting under mushrooms. They felt so tiny. And then flip side to that was we went to Alice in Wonderland and had Scarlet stand next to the door, and she looked huge. So it was kind of, I was like, look, you're Alice in Wonderland. You got to be really tiny, and then you got to be really big. She thought that was really cool. And then this over here is all my girls again. And then we had the girls do it too. So they were pointing at the White Rabbit's little gold thing on his door. And then they were sitting by the sunflowers looking all tiny. And then here's her little gleaming face as she's pointing to the fairies' welcome. She was so proud of herself because she read the sign all by herself. So that was awesome. My girl's pretending to hold the sign, and then when you walk around the sign, there's this pretty little scenery. So the kids took photos there. Now, I have a lot of these pages where it's 1 4x6 and a ton of 3x4 cards. So I just took my photo and I cut it in half and stuck them in. I'm pretty sure that's not new. Pretty sure I was not the only one who thought of that. But I thought I'd share it just in case somebody else hadn't thought about that. Okay, every time we went to Space Mountain, we would go by the little store that's just before you go into Space Mountain. And every time we would go by, there's this little white butterfly. Probably not the same one, but I kept saying it was the same one. And my, long story short, my ex-husband's father, who I considered a dad, I've known him since I was 14 years old, he was unfortunately killed by a drunk driver. But he always used to joke, because he believed in reincarnations, he always used to joke, because he was heavyset, that when he came back in his next life, he wanted to be as light as a white butterfly. So I thought it was really cool that this little white butterfly kept coming by to visit. So we snapped a whole bunch of photos of him. And at that time, Jonah was studying butterflies, so it worked out perfectly. He actually did a field trip to Butterfly World out here in Arizona. So yeah, that was awesome. And then here, a couple of the toppers. So this was the Space Mountain entrance to Tomorrowland, and then Matterhorn, which my kids rode twice. I didn't go on that one either. I was told it's too jerky for me, so I just stayed away from it. And then this was a huge boat. I think this was a Mark Twain. I don't know. It's one of the boats that they use for the parade, I guess, but you're supposed to be able to get on it, but nobody was allowed on it that day. They shut it down. A random goose, and then another hidden Mickey egg. And then these are the last ones that we did together when we did the Eaten by the Whale. So that's where I'm at. Yay me. I've gotten quite a bit done. I'm actually really proud of myself. My stack of photos is going down. I don't feel like my stash paper is going down, however. I don't understand how that works. But that's where we're at. So, got to do the rest of my page, flip through, and I'll probably do another page. Depending. I'll have to check the time. Because I have to worry about my daughter coming home and this bug guy calling me. So, anywho, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!